My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how do entrepreneurs recognize opportunity? How do they do it? How do you create opportunity from thin air? Well, actually, rather straightforward. Your brain, your mind, your knowledge is like a jar, so like a container. In this container, you put marbles of knowledge. You know, nuggets of knowledge, whether gold, silver or copper. No bronze, because bronze isn't really an element. So you put it all in this jar. You get these nuggets from books, from mentors, from life experience, from research, from journey, listen to podcasts, listen to YouTube videos like this. So this jar fills up over time with knowledge. Okay. So, when an input from the outside world, image or a video, a comment or a message or anything like that is made, that input goes into the jar and it bounces around off all of these different particles, different nuggets. Now, the more particles it bounces off, the more likely it is to hit something and create energy. You know how, like nuclear, I think it's fission, they have the particles bash against each other, and when they bash they create more particles. It's exactly like that, but except it doesn't create more particles. Those things that come off it are ideas. So when input from the world, an image even, anything like that, bounces off a particle, it either ricochets or it generates energy. If it ricochets, it kind of like being tested against that knowledge, and then it's like, do these two work together in some way? Yes or no? If they do work together, then you get an idea. You get opportunity from thin air. If they don't, that thing, that input bounces and goes to another one. It then gets checked against something else. And does it work? If not, yes, no, bounces off or generates an idea. A damn good example of this is a few months ago, probably about 8 or 9. I was at a car park. I was getting out of a car, and I saw the car next to me had, just above the driver's seat where the mirror is, a 4-leaf clover air freshener. As soon as I saw that 4-leaf clover air freshener, that image went into my head and it bounced off a certain knowledge particle, which was book writing knowledge particle, and straight away ideas were churning. Momentum was like realised. It's like, oh wow, I can create a series of books based around this topic and sell it online. 100 or 50 of them, 70 odd, 30, 50 at least, and like that. That's how I create opportunity from thin air, because I had the knowledge in my head and there was the image. Now what was stopping, or what is stopping the owner of that car from coming to the same conclusion, the same input, that 4-leaf clover air freshener goes inside his head, in theory, every day. He sees it, he looks at it, but he doesn't come to the same conclusion. He doesn't create the same ideas as I do. Why is that? Because this jar might not have the same particles as I do. I have a certain particle that when I saw that image, it bounced off and generated ideas. I could recognise how to create opportunity, and I could see how they could work together. The drive, in theory, doesn't have it. And you never know, he might have something better, or might be distracted, or whatever. But he might not come across that idea, but I did, and I have, and I will do it. It's extremely low priority, the idea, but it will be done. It's like the 10th thing to work on, but it will be done. And probably 2 years from now, or maybe even a year from now, I will start to benefit and profit from that idea, because I've got other things, bigger fish to fry in the meantime. That's how you create opportunity from thin air. You fill your brain with knowledge, with worthwhile, practical knowledge, and you're curious. Be curious, always looking, always examining, always thinking why, or how, or what if, or if this, or what am I missing, what don't I understand. Just being curious, looking, investigating, and being not suspicious, but but being curious about what's happening in the world. Because these different ideas from different industries, different sectors, different people, they can mention something, a comment here or there, and that goes into the brain, and it bounces around off all these ideas until it hits something. And then when it hits something, that idea might bounce off something else, and then it gets even more complicated and more thorough and more, much more scalable, much more grand. All because of that little bit of curiosity. That little bit of knowledge. It goes in here, and it causes a nuclear bomb in your brain. It's just like, wow, we can do this, that, this, and we can take this exact same principle, scale it down, scale it up, take it around, tweak it here and there, and from that one idea, initially you get 50. What that single input gives you 50 ideas. Boom, let's create them, let's profit. And then hang on a minute, if we tweak this, if we change that, if we tweak this and change and pivot here, pivot there, pivot this, tweak here, refine that, and suddenly that 50 can turn into 500 because you're just changing. Here's the strategy that's been created, this strategy. Then let's tweak it. Let's go a little bit over here then, or let's go a little bit over here then, or let's pivot a little bit. Let's do this. Boom. There's a massive prerogative to have more knowledge in your brain, so when you see things, random things, creates opportunity. That is how entrepreneurs create opportunity from thin air. They see something in the world, whether it's something wrong or whether they like it, and that image comes into their brain and they connect the dots. Sparks are flying, and it's like, what if we do this instead of that? Or what if I create this for that customer? Or what if I do this? Or oh, I could create this product and sell it online. That is how that's how entrepreneurs create opportunity from thin air. Now the question of the day, my question of the day to you is, are you filling your brain with ideas, with new things? Are you filling it with worthwhile knowledge? My answer to my question of the day is, yes I am. Mostly marketing. I've not been doing too much lately because I've been focused more on like creating content and creating videos, and in August I'm planning on writing a book that I've got all the notes written down for. It just needs writing up properly into chapters and structured and flowcharts and all the rest. But are you filling your brain with worthwhile stuff, profitable stuff that can change your life? You tell me. And if you are, what is it exactly? I'm mostly filling it with marketing stuff. And a little bit of hemp as well, psychology and diet as well, because I'm very curious about all these things. So remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So go out there today and do something remarkable, but in the meantime though, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?